Please subscribe and you can download this code from description below. In this tutorial, we will learn how to create a Python script that can update itself and then restart automatically. This can be useful for applications that need to periodically fetch new code from a remote repository or source, such as a web service, and then apply the updates without manual intervention. We will achieve this using a combination of Python code and external tools. Before we get started, make sure you have the following tools installed. Python, you should have Python installed on your system. This tutorial is written with Python 3.x in mind. Pip, the Python package manager, is required for installing external Python packages. Git, if you're using Git as your version control system, make sure it's installed on your system. Let's create a simple Python script named self_updater.py. This script will perform the following actions. Here's a basic example of such a script. In this script, we use os.system to run a git pull operation to fetch updates from a remote repository. You can replace remote_repo_URL with the URL of your Git repository. After updating, the script continues to execute the application logic. To make the update and restart process smoother, you can create a batch script on Windows or a shell script on Unix-based systems. This script will handle the execution of your Python script and automate the update process. Windows batch script, example run_updater.bat. Title: Restarting a self-updating Python script, a step-by-step tutorial. Introduction. Self-updating Python scripts are useful for automating tasks and ensuring that your application always uses the latest code and data. However, there may be scenarios where you need to restart a self-updating Python script. In this tutorial, we'll explore the process of restarting a Python script, which is already self-updating. Prerequisites. Step 1. Understanding self-updating scripts. Before restarting a self-updating script, it's essential to understand how your script achieves self-updating. Common techniques include pulling updates from a remote repository, checking for new versions, or periodic self-restarting. For example, you might use a simple self-updating script like this. In the example above, the self_update function pulls the latest code from a Git repository and then restarts the script. Your self-updating mechanism might differ based on your use case. Step 2. Adding a restart function. To implement a restart function for your self-updating script, you can use the OS and sub-process modules. Here's a basic example. In this code, os.exec replaces the current Python process with a new one, effectively restarting the script. Ensure that your script state is appropriately saved and restored during the restart process. Step 3. Testing your self-updating and restarting script. To test your self-updating and restarting script, follow these steps. Step 4. Handling errors and edge cases. Restarting a script can be prone to issues, such as potential data loss or interruption of a running process. Consider implementing error handling and proper state management to handle edge cases gracefully. For example, you can use a configuration file or a database to store the state and resume from the last.